Under your watch as Mayor Henrici's Chief Administrator, why were you not aware that hundreds of our citizens' beloved deceased pets were thrown into a large pit like trash by Hamden's animal control officer? This illegal act by the animal control officer, who was chosen by the mayor, wasted $18,000 of our taxpayers' money, which was, that $18,000 was used only for a study of this debacle, plus additional thousands of dollars paying town workers to remove and relocate these dead pets. Why weren't you aware of this mistake? And also, as Mr. Gambardella stated, the middle school, which was built at a tremendous cost, without having the mayor been aware or making sure that it had off switches for the lights. The lights were burning 24/7 in a tremendous middle school for a whole year, costing thousands upon thousands of dollars, which could have been used with the $18,000 for the pets to buy textbooks, to educate our children.
Thank you for the question. Complicated. I'll start with the issue of the dogs. Tragic circumstances. Any one of us who is a pet owner finds that to be tragic. Now, you can't always prevent things. Your metal is tested when something happens. How do you respond? And we responded immediately. The study that you referred to was commissioned not by the mayor, but by the legislature, to get to the bottom, to make sure it doesn't happen again. That is how you handle a bad situation. To the middle school. School construction is actually a topic covered under state law. There is a school building committee that must be established for school construction issues. Now, if you look at the timelines, Mayor Henrici came in after the building was already half up. The school building committee had already made determinations pertaining to the mechanical system. Now, again, your metal is tested when you find out there's a problem. Okay. The lights are burning. It sounds bad. Now, imagine yourself in that building with the dark, 230,000 square feet, trying to get out. You wouldn't be able to do it. It's a fire code issue. So what we need to do, no, not even students. A custodian gets called in on an emergency. There are fire code issues why you must have a series of lights. So what we did was we worked with the fire marshal to come up with a plan to reduce the lights. A building of that size cannot go entirely dark because it is a safety hazard. But what we did was take it down to the minimum amount required under the fire code. We respond. That's how you deal with a test situation.
My neighbor has a motion detector light that goes on as soon as someone goes into her house or passes her house. Why couldn't they just have had a motion detector so when there's an emergency personnel or anyone that goes in, the lights go on when they come in?
You'll have to take that up with the state fire marshal. What happens if the battery on that sensor goes? What happens if you have some sort of other type of mechanical malfunction? The fire code says ye shall have it, so we shall have it.
There's electric batteries,
I'd like to just correct Mr. Jackson on one thing. OSHA says most accidents are preventable. If you just take them apart and look at them and you dissect them, and you see exactly where things went amiss. In the case of the animal control officer, we took a qualified person and replaced it with a non-qualified person. What do you expect would happen when you take a non-qualified person who's never done the job before, left to their own devices? They dump dogs in the dump. That's what they do. So then we have an investigation costing the town $18,000, and no one knows who authorizes the $18,000. It goes on and on and on. I don't want to rehash history. This is about moving forward. And so what I'm trying to say is you can't justify lights being on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That was clearly the wrong thing. Just admit it was the wrong thing and fix it. But we haven't had a building committee to meet to try to fix that. So it's really unacceptable. People, these are common sense. This is common sense approach to government. If you're wrong, admit it, move on, fix it. Let's do it. Don't try to justify it and say we need this or that or the other thing. Look, One thing we can do is just save money, put in some green lighting, you know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities around town where we can save some money, real dollars, and get to your point about textbooks and adding additional money just through cost savings. Let's look at the cost saving side of the equation for the change, and not necessarily always to the revenue in order to make the budget balance. Thank you.
We've had maybe an hour and 20 minutes or so. One more? Vote? Okay? No. Before you go, we have the candidates here. We have a number of legislative council members here tonight. This is Whitneyville Civic Association. We meet every other month. We're a very open group. I hope that our next mayor and our legislative council members take the time to talk to us here on the odd-numbered months instead of having us go to government center. So